good to get the offense going. Obviously, for us, through this stretch, we've had a hard time scoring goals. So you never want to win too many games 6-5, but ultimately we're happy that we score 11 goals against a team that's been stingy. Indy's been a team that's been tough to score against lately, and they've been winning a lot of games. So proud of the guys. Those are always tough 3-3s, and it was back-to-back after last week, and we've got another one coming up. So good to learn how to win in these situations. I think when you get a situation where you get a goalie called up and you have to rely on one guy to play 3 games in a row, that's tough. That's tough on the body and more importantly mentally. I thought he handled the mental side of it real well, and obviously he made a lot of big time saves. I'm sure he would want some back, but we gave them, I think, 41 odd shots, and that's just too many when you're trying to support a goalie. But I thought he was real good on Saturday night. Was a difference in the game, and I thought again he came up with some big stops at the end there when they were pushing. So great to see a guy step up in that area and be thrown into what is a really tough situation for any goalie, even a goalie that's been playing all year.
Feels pretty good. First thing I think about is back home. It's my little sister Joelle's birthday today, so I was texting her before the game. I told her I'd get her one for her birthday. So I'm excited to call back home and tell them about that. But it feels good. That's probably the first time in my career to get that. So pretty fortunate to get an opportunity. I had the night off yesterday, kind of think about some of the stuff that happened in Friday's game and get to come back and get to respond and get on the score sheet. It's always good.
It definitely felt great. I mean, I think I had the same kind of jitters I had the first game I played here. It's good to be back. I was kind of getting a little bored out there watching the guys play, but it was really fun to get back in the action. We were talking about this in the room. It was a question of keeping that momentum and making it a harder climb for them to have in the end, and that's what we did. So
tough break for Boomhauer. Obviously, I thought he was a tremendous impact in the game last night, and excited to see him back in the lineup, and tough to see him go down, but we got the good news that Phil Hudon was cleared to play. So when you lose a guy and you're able to slide a guy in that hasn't played in a while, that similar type players in terms of they bring you a lot of energy. They play hard, and I thought Phil stepped up and played a really important role in the game for us. So always good to see different guys step in and help lead you to a win.
A lot of adversity, lots of penalties tonight. But I like this group. We're sticking together. We're working through it, and you never really want the easy road because to win in this league and to win a championship at any level, it's the hard road, right? You got to take the hard road. So for us, having a game like this, I think the penalties were 7-1. But for us to be able to kill that and then come through with a lot of different adversity to get the win, that's when it feels good. And we're building to something, because in playoffs, usually it's games like that. It's just like pandemonium. Everything's crazy happening. I think the more that we're prepared, we learn how to work through that stuff as a group. I think it's the better. Obviously looking back, we're like, hey, we don't like that score, winning in that fashion. But I think through it, we're becoming a better team. We're seeing different scenarios. We're learning a lot from each other. So it's all good moving forward.
Well, certainly the physicality was there, and I think that's going to help against Toledo. I've seen the games. They're a very fast-paced team, so that's certainly going to help in slowing their pace down. But it's really a question of being confident in ourselves and trusting in the process and trusting where other guys are going to be and sticking to that game plan. I think that's going to be crucial.
That's it.